Baby, baby, ceritalah, ceritalah, atau simbol, ceritalah, kesucian wanita. Ceritalah, atau simbol, ceritalah, kesetiaan lelaki. Dengan lebih tinggi puncaknya. Cek. Oke, gue bakal cabut dulu habis main game. Mau tunjukin sesuatu. Cek, cek. Whoa, imperialism. About. What about imperialism? I'm going to speak written in language. Hopefully, I'm not messed up what were with what are with mixing of bahasa with after subjournal. Okay, this is not language. This is bahasa.
C'est la suite de Fibonacci. C'est le code que Sonia a caché.
And if those numbers sound familiar, that's because they're both Fibonacci numbers.
There are many flowers that have three.
See, excuse me. The writing explained is bahasa. See, that's the one, the bahasa. Oh, anyway, I'm going to thank you to say I'm going to change my account to too many accounts. Say
Hai, Okta. Saya tidak percaya tahayul, tapi saya tak akan memakai baju merah
I'm
saat
going to
training.
say
Hai,
thank you.
Kami mengerti, tapi tahukah Anda bahwa space lebih kuat daripada tahayul? Bahkan yang sepele sekalipun, tetap terdepan.
It's today 100.
C'est la suite de Fibonacci. C'est le code que Sonia a caché.
If you go to my channel, I got the 100. For after 10 years, I got 100 subscribers. I hope I'm free forward, still going to go upward or try to continue. How to say what word of us? Okay. Anyway, when you say hello, they usually say apa kabar. But this is something else. This is something about the history or what is actually why it's Arabic. But anyways, both ways about uh, something that I find. If I say to learn, what is colonial? What is, I'm writing on my keyboard, what is colonial? Okay, in after British, what is colonial? I will think about review of this video. Say this is the variant of what is colonialism. Believe me, there is something that I want to explain about the dynasty Ming that might collapse. Rule of the Ming dynasty that from ascendant of Yongli that I am that class group of that ancestry. Okay, what is colonialism?
Colonialism was practiced by empires such as ancient Greece, ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, and Phoenicia. These civilizations all extended their borders into surrounding and non-contiguous areas from about 1550 BC onward, and established colonies that drew on the physical and population resources of the people they conquered in order to increase their own power.
I ask you, thus, what is subgenre after Italian Italic for sure? But before further, I'm going to watch this video to know what more know about colony.
Modern colonialism is strongly associated with the European colonial period starting with the 15th century, when some European states established colonizing empires.
Empire salvation by the Dutch or salvation by the British. That I know if it's truth to be trust what I'm just explain, we are in the same criteria or category, I hope. Okay, the ancestry.
Some scholars refer to this point in history as the beginning of the Age of Capital, or the Capitalocene, which is an epoch that encompasses the profit-driven.
That's why Batavia is one of that is actually explained of that capitalism until the riot until today. Today they have a riot about the group of scholars that is riot about the commander of the Jokowi Dodo or the president of this country government. Okay,
Era that has led to climate change and global land change. At first, European colonizing countries followed policies of mercantilism, aiming to strengthen the home country economy, so agreements usually restricted the colony to trading only with the metropole, or the mother country.
guys, I need help from everyone that actually know what is actually our difference between the Ming Dynasty. Whoa, the explosion. Okay. The Ming Dynasty, were from the Tang ancestry, the dynasty Tang. The encryption itself is hidden within the Bahasa. This is the encryption that actually thinking about the Tang dynasty before become the three kingdom of became one holder stack in name of Ming dynasty. Ming dynasty, that is should be where were my ancestry from. I know I'm from the four form that it ancestry from Yongli. As as I know as myself again and again and again has always returned of what is actually bahasa is actually after subjournal Italian subjournal of way of writing. I know the colony of what is this where I'm country are is a mistake of a problem where eventually something the historic being false they wrote written if they know what they mean to mine to our problem. It's about treaty bahasa. The historic evidence of the importance, that's one. Treaty bahasa. Bahasa itself is meaning of Beijing, assuming historic associate society alignment. That is why I claim treaty bahasa, and that assembly after before prehistoric of, well, I'm saying that word wrong. I meant to say before pre-colony, the pre-colony of island, an island that is being pre-colony, an island of being pre-colony, an island that being pre-colony, sure, an island that becoming a pre-colony from help from the archive saying it's Arjuna, saying there's archive, but this evidence is difficult to make the people to say the leading where were wars, because when you say assuming historic, assuming historic of whom the European or whom the noble were. This is like the debating after ever after about Sir Arthur or Raiden of Yongle as Lord Raiden. I believe the evidence in this ba, the tongue, the Pyongha, the tongue. Why I'm a descendant of that enchanting of what word to believe. Say other explanation, the lies of someone try to claim this treaty bahasa is with the Arabic that I'm confused today. They explain about from island other from where is Batavia. Trade from that I believe. Okay, if I want to know what is actually are, let's pursue again the understanding that modern colonialism start to understand why I understand why American or the state, many country that name of the United States. Okay, principally that this was important, so I'm going to subscribe this and say yes. Okay, what is colonialism? The study to say know the difference between the treaty that they are not spoken or understand what is actually behalf, what actually are. The noble people of that world, known after elected by the noble from where were Britain, from where were the Dutch Salvation, or where were from European. That's why there's one word to say this to this country government. The fact of Rupiah trade. The Rupiah trade is the one that they all the time. say if the government of whom they say country government, I believe so, is to be believed that this country government is having the great man built of to solve a problem in the name country city of one's name is Jakarta to be infamous and famous Jakarta. This famous Jakarta is changed in way of its journal, of whom Italic people understand in the beginning was declare validation of naming name of that I believe in the timeline because the way of our writing of Latin Italic or back again. Way the modern colonialism. Okay, back again to the evidence. Study. Okay, this is about what is colonialism or is why. Back again. Out. Why this place country has a problem with republic. 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 With the problem of the republic saying liberally in finding an accommodate of a business that I believe they're having a problem to selling what leading to where supposed to say save save I can say save savior savior of Rupiah. The problem is they reject imperialism and they believe in republic. That's funny. This is so funny from where my captive perspective point of view. Okay, the government that call themselves as Indonesia. I know they study too many words, exampling that why I say four form from inside four. This four form is including why the kingdom of Arabic. That there were the kingdom of Arabic kingdom God speed know what they are looking at the trouble by summaries in evaluation of what were in Indonesia not know the fact of what were the dynasty of Ming or before that were the alignment of three kingdoms. Even is more than that is held by the European is four that they name everything by false pony. Fully, they cannot save the rupiah. So why there is no savior of this rupiah? Because they kick everyone that is supposed to be officer named after. Similar, if you say language, is Sir Arthur. Sir Arthur who giving everything in validation. Say there is a Raiden named of a Raiden that giving the validation of the island, but they kick out everyone in exactly and rubbish everything are, and that's it. We have Jakarta. The Sir is equal to say actually an island after the Tang dynasty and Ming dynasty became Raiden, and they have what they say is a crown, the crown of Sir after the kingdom, the crown of Raiden, the crown of what actually the king of Arab. But they can understand the king of Arab, but they cannot understand the king. The king of Arab they can understand. This is what is actually my country problem. The king of Arab they can understand to believing in their journal, but the problem what was were actually are is even the army salvation of whom they've spoken to bahasa don't understand why is the importance of officer who we are as a Raiden. I'm a Raiden. I'm a Raden. But they don't believe it. They don't want to know the problem. Legally, they're giving the clue to this person. Going to go to YouTube, say Sukarno. Sukarno. This person is responsible ruin not to savior of what are actually rupiah. See the attitude of that person. That's too much. Okay. Okay, the father of what they say Indonesian country government.
Once a beacon of hope, this leader fought tirelessly for the people of Indonesia. But the darkness of corruption crept into his heart and tainted his entire legacy. But who was this tenacious leader? He is none other than Sukarno, a visionary who not only built a nation, but also inspired a movement that shook the very foundation of oppression. The name itself of this enigmatic leader exudes courage, leadership, and inspiration. Join us on this incredible journey as we explore the awe-inspiring life and legacy of Sukarno. But before we get started, don't forget.
What I believe he get fucked by saying anything that is actually not polite. But I do know why he get fucked by the problem because the statement of the claim. There is evidence of Gayanti. Evaluation Gayanti Jawa. Okay, I'm have to browsing the other term. There is validation in the world of Sir Arthur. There is a validation in the world of what R actually R is. The Raiden world. With the Gayanti officer, the problem. This is the one. Perjanjian. Its name of the rule Gayanti. The rule of Gayanti having that stem, have that stem that is lurking of the thinking of actually are. See, the Gayanti has that stemple. See, just follow the picture. See, the stemple. The stemple of the when we're say they say the trait of what actually are. See the stem after the wax, the solid wax that is difficult to break. Say the type of what actually are. We think to say what are is the problem. What's up with the claim? The country government. They fuck the rule because they don't know the problem. They think they know they're smart, but they are not. Ah, shut up. I'm fucked. I'm broke. See the claim. The claim. When you say the claim is actually uh see even when the between like Sir Arthur equality to Raiden. See, they claim the country to own the government, every government, and they upon above our italic written writing way of life. See, this is the journey of why in history can fuck the problem. When they say this is the proclaimed speech of him, the fucking claim that the claim is being validated or is not, I do not know, but the problem is actually the signature. He only gives the signature, but there is no assembly validation. But I know there is invasion before that. That invasion, I can say, yeah, okay, there is invasion, but that invasion is is something that they think they know, but they lie again in the problem of what is written, writing of the structure of an academic world. The blame of why Vietnam War is because an Indonesian problem. The angry, how angry everything that after attaching everything by the hashtag of what actually my ancestry problem. The fucking Indonesian problem is never end to its solving. Know that they understand to say, I have no hesitation in mind. Okay, see naskah. See the naskah. See, this type of what they are thinking is without stem. They own the celebrated trading place with name of Jayakarta. If I return, if I may return, okay. The Jayakarta with the problem of where is there is radical try to form the civil people within the problem. I don't know if this, but the thing is this without the stamp. This is the stamp evidence of artifact that is In my family, no, I never saw again what is actually the value of the stamp, the importance of what is colonialism. The stamp is rebel spoken speech between every region in covenant. Now I may say I am the revenant, but this is my claim. Why? I know this is stupid. Today is just stupid. Claim the imperialism over something that is difficult. To say the stupid country of what is Indonesia. That's why Indonesia is stupid. See, this is one that without stamp of making them now unable to explain. I hope this is for God's sake the root, the exchange. And I'm being angry. But this angry I envy for other people that work difficult or hard or being honest or being themselves. Because they believe with that kind of writing, without the stamp, they can claim the distribution of trading money of Rupiah. That's why that is what were the sinners of what they are as a government of is Indonesia. The sin of not know the problem politically in assembly of the fucking hell of whom Indonesia until today. See what happened to this one. The commoner of the president is the fucking problem. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm going to return after. Okay, I'm going to say out loud about every commoner of the presidential of what is actually are that making me anxious to say the government of what is actually killing the people slow, but it's just hurting them to understand what actually are happen that is they are not eligible for being government country government. I of the name of Raiden, my family.
Membubarkan diri.
See,
Demo digelar mahasiswa untuk memprotes 10 tahun kepemimpinan Presiden Joko Widodo.
this just happened yesterday and they overlooked the problem that they still fucking believe with the commoners of that. I hate this. Truly, honestly, trust truths that I don't have in the world today. After I know my ancestry of what is actually aligning after. Raiden, I hope becoming this country government is not became drift of the problem that is going to collapse or ruin everyone at the end of after I'm think of 300 years after or 150 years after the claim of whom from China to be Indonesia. Thank you. I'm going to say study again and study, and I'm sadly eager to cry and bring the appeal of the look of them, thinking of disappointment from Sukarno, the commoners of Sukarnowati, atau that everyone that think they are the leader, fucking leader, stupid. Intinya pokoknya gue marah dan lo mati ya. I'm sorry, I'm saying slang on my word of bahasa. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to learn. Empathy for something like this. How there is more investigation for the. I'm not going to blame because if it's blame, I'm afraid of the clueless of among the civil people. The fucking thing that is actually art. I know I'm dying to say something to be provide better, but they just believe in the new commoners of the presidential of whom to be the president of this country member after the leading leader of who Indonesia that's going to fuck not to save the rupiah. I hope from this video what I hope is actually the tagging help. Savior Rupiah. That's what I hope for. Hope the Savior Rupiah is going to help the evidence that my family once rule the problem within the leading enchanting of what are actually telling about the Singapore or what are actually is hidden lies behind everything, meaning because the kingdom of Mandala is collapsed among the rise of actually Batavia Island with the trade of rupiah. I'm after Raiden. After I believe it is Godspeed to say, hope from hopeful of you, Sir Arthur, with the truly meaning of I asking for help. If this is going to say miracle, hopefully I'm in my salvation to help everyone. The fear of being murdered but becoming a civil of this country government. Excuse me. Ba-da.